Hey everyone, I'm the Canadian Lad, and today I'm gonna show you 11 incredible hidden details from Deadpool 1. Now, I've already watched the movie at 0.25x speed and did a full breakdown on it, and I promise you I won't repeat any of the details from that video. And lads, thank you so much for making my Deadpool and Wolverine trailer breakdown #1 in the world among all movie creators. So I'm gonna keep the Deadpool train going by showing you 11 new hidden details from the movie that started it all. But please allow me just 95 seconds to thank today's sponsor, World of Tanks Blitz. If you're looking to add some action to your day from the comfort of your home, let me tell you about World of Tanks Blitz. This game has 150 million downloads worldwide, and for a good reason, with 8 game modes, 32 maps, and over 450 legendary vehicles. Best of all, World of Tanks Blitz is cross-platform, so it's compatible on mobile, PC, Steam, and Nintendo Switch. Now let's listen up. In anticipation of the release of the film Dune Part 2 on March 1st, World of Tanks Blitz invited players to experience the destiny of Dune with a special planetary scale event, Dune Part 2. This is an exclusive super event that you can only experience in World of Tanks Blitz. From now until March 7th, watch the event unfold over 60 stages and get exclusive in-game content inspired by the Dune universe. We're talking skins, collectible items like Halleck's favorite instrument, the Bally set, avatars like Warrior Gurney Halleck, and so much more. Keep an eye out for the Fremont quest to snag some unique rewards and the Beast Raban for special avatars and to unlock the mysterious Sand and Spice camo skin. Now I'm gunning for the ultimate reward, the formidable ground tank. This tank is ruthless and reacts dynamically to hits like in the film. But lads, it gets even better. World of Tanks Blitz is giving away 250 tickets to see Dune 2 in a theater near you. And I've hidden a secret clue within this video which reveals whether I'm on Team Harkonnen or Fremen. If you figure out what team I'm on, leave a comment with your World of Tanks Blitz user ID and your guess for a chance to win. And if you don't have an ID, just download the game now for free and create one. So scan the QR code or download World of Tanks Blitz through the link in description. Let's begin the video. Number 1. In the opening of the movie, we see this epic gun battle. Now in the road signs, we have a couple of hidden Easter eggs that are direct nods to the comics or the creators of the movie. For instance, Shaham Road and Silver Avenue are references to Tamar Shaham and Scott Aaron Silver, two people who worked on the visual effects for the movie. Tamar Shaham has also worked in movies like Avengers Endgame and Guardians 3. Then we see historic Oyakata, which is a reference to the character Oyakata, who only appeared in the comics once, precisely in Deadpool and Weedle Wade Team Up issue number 1. Oyakata is a sumo wrestler who trains Wade Wilson and teaches him various fighting techniques. And the last one we see is Parker Boulevard, which is obviously a direct reference to Spider-Man's real identity, Peter Parker. Now Spider-Man and Deadpool weren't really good friends initially in the comics, but then they slowly overcame their differences and actually became good friends in Spider-Man/Deadpool issue number 1. Number 2. In the same action sequence, when the car starts to flip over, and if I slow down the playback to 0.25x speed, notice this guy who was hanging by the roof gets his head smashed by the car and we can see the blood on the road. This scene literally takes place for 1 frame, and yet the VFX team made sure to CGI the blood here. Not only this, the scene then continues and this guy gets thrown onto a billboard. And notice even in this frame, the VFX team didn't forget to add splashes of blood from his smashed head. Come to think of it, if this movie had no humor in it, it would have been one of the darkest movies ever made in Hollywood. Number 3. We see Colossus eating a bowl of grape nut cereal. Now there could be some humor behind choosing this specific brand of cereal, because this brand of cereal has a notorious reputation for having extremely rough texture and rock-hard pellets that can cut the roof of your mouth, and Colossus being made of metal can easily digest that. Although I don't understand why he's eating in his metal form, because he does have a human form as well, which is never shown in the movie due to a lower budget. Number 4. In the opening credits, we see this drawing of Deadpool cutting off Francis's head with a speech balloon saying, "Hi, I'm Deadpool." But when we actually see this scene in the movie, notice Wade drew a different picture altogether where the speech balloon now says, "Hi, I'm Francis," and not Deadpool. And I love how Deadpool shows this drawing that looks like it was made by a 5-year-old and asks, "Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?"
Number 5. Deadpool says that he looks like he was bitten by a radioactive Shar-Pei.
Yeah, like I got bit by a radioactive Shar-Pei.
Now in Cable and Deadpool comic issue number 2, Deadpool states that he looks like a cross between Ryan Reynolds and Shar-Pei. And a fun fact, this is the first comic of Deadpool that Ryan Reynolds ever read and instantly got hooked on the character. Number 6. When Wade is in the apartment dealing with the pizza delivery guy, notice he pulls his pistol Para P14 with the safety on. Now we know Wade was only there to scare the kid, not kill him. So pointing a gun at someone with no intention to shoot them, keeping the safety on is the proper way to do that. And it's also fitting that Wade Wilson uses a Para P14, which essentially is a 1911, is actually a Canadian-made gun. This connection is fitting since both Wade Wilson and Ryan Reynolds are Canadian, and Wade often showcases his Canadian background in the comics.
Canada!
Number 7. When Wade is being tortured in the lab, the oxygen gauge goes from 100% to 50%.
Now what we're going to do is lower the oxygen concentration in the air to the exact point you feel like you're suffocating.
And during the final fight on a helicarrier, when Vanessa is suffocating in a tube, Wade throws his sword into the tube to let oxygen go through. As a result, the oxygen gauge goes up from 50% to 80%. Now the air that a regular human breathes is only 19 to 21% oxygen, but the levels shown in the movie would actually be oxygen poisoning, not suffocation. Number 8. To escape the torture chamber, Wade lights up a match which ignites the oxygen tube, which then blows up the tank. Now oxygen itself is not flammable, meaning it does not catch fire or burn, but it supports combustion, meaning it helps other substances burn. So the fact that Wade managed to blow up the whole room by igniting the oxygen tube tells us that this tube was contaminated with other substances like oil or grease, which would cause a violent reaction like this in a tube filled with pure oxygen. And this perfectly makes sense if you see the terrible condition of this lab. Had they made this into a fancy lab which is cleaned and maintained all the time, Wade igniting the oxygen tube wouldn't have made sense. So some great attention to detail there. Number 9. When Deadpool cuts off his hand and blood sprays in Colossus' face, he says, "Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret."
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
This is a reference to the novel by Judy Blume, where the central theme of the story is a teenage girl getting her first period. Can't believe they made a joke about this during this scene. Number 10. In the bridge fight, we can actually see the camera crew in the side wing mirrors. Considering the money problems this movie faced, it's normal for mistakes like these to happen. You may not even notice them without someone like me pointing them out. Now, I'm calling this mistake a movie detail because it shows how tight their budget was. You would never see a mistake like this in big budget movies like Endgame or No Way Home. And that's my point. Despite all of this movie is the reason we're now getting a Deadpool and Wolverine team up. Even with a small budget, the production team, visual effects team, writers, and Ryan Reynolds have put so much effort into the movie, it just had to succeed. Number 11. Wade has it all planned out on a wall on how he will get to Francis. Now notice he put a blue sticky note right beside Angel dust that says "Robot Bitch." He even put a penis sign right by this guy who Wade calls Agent Smith, the guy who originally lured Wade into this lab. And lastly, he put multiple penis stickers on Francis's head, implying he's a dickhead. Now there are tons of more hidden details and Easter eggs that I found in this movie, and for that I humbly request you to watch these 2 videos, which will make you love this movie even more. Now if you lads want me to do another rewatch of Deadpool 2 and give you some incredible hidden details from that movie as well, let me know in the comments below. Now if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, grab the subscribe button and turn notifications on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to get updates about my videos. Till then, I'll see you lads in the next one.